need to invent
Oh,
lemons
that's
first,
nice.
two other things too. Time to start a list of inventions.
That's
Lemons, lemon
a dead
sugar,
run,
lemon
really?
sweetness, a tongue,
Oh
and
my
a tongue in
god.
the body first.
How do I lose runs just like that? I can't handle this anymore. I'm going crazy. I guess I could do one more run. Because it's just now stupid that I'm not getting these runs anymore because of some stupid accident. There we go.
In the
Alright.
beginning, me.
This got to be the run, if not,
I can feel it.
dead stream. Oh my god, ended. What I'm trying to say.
A few seconds ago there was nothing, but now here I am. There's only one logical conclusion. I am God, and this is my universe. It's pretty cool.
This guy
Dark and
is
silent,
British.
formless and void, not fitting for a god of my stature. Let there be light.
Yeah, he like freaks out.
Oh, wow! Oh, I must be God. I can move.
That's kind of weird. Like,
Talk. I can walk.
did he like lose power, or just like,
Surface, plain as it is.
was he God just then and then not anymore?
Amazing. My universe. A bit bland, but
Cause how,
bland universe
like, how did he
is
predict that?
universe. Still, I feel that
It's just coincidental. There's like too many plot holes.
I need a destination, an end to my beginning, an omega to my alpha. But how can there be progress without a destination? Aha! A path! A narrow path that leads to a destination. Progress!
Man, I am jumping so good. Bee hops are on fire.
Before me, I see a large wall. I press on and walk through the wall like a ghost. Nope, walls are solid. Can't do that. Note to self, cannot walk through walls. I control the world
Fuck.
with a wave of my figurative
I was trying to be funny.
Being a god, I have no need for hands, apparently. I think I need some trimmings. Something to spruce the place up a bit. Make my universe heavenly. Something to reflect my wealth and godlike status.
I definitely feel faster
It needs
jumping on like the first frame or few.
lots of gold to reflect my immense wealth and abundance.
Which is
of gold.
probably just like,
To reflect my love of reflective
placebo, but
Whoa. Okay, that's it. A temple. That's the right kind of place for a god to live. If I bend my figurative knees and jump, the world moves downwards. And
no, I
what's for
think,
me?
no, it's
The
just
center of my
placebo.
own little universe.
Because I'm still
Create
like,
the world as if it were mine. Well, yeah, which it
still
is.
going the same speed
As an artist, I need to define my
slash
influences.
pace.
Who are my influences? Well, myself. I inspire myself. I am inspirational. I aspire to be myself. Matched. Perfectly. Now I can relax. Thinking time is over.
Yeah, I think it's just placebo. Because there's no way I'm going that fast. Yeah. I'm just like stupid, which I'm sorry. It's about to start. Hype champ.
Lead me, path. Lead me to my destination. Onwards. A passing gate is a sign of progress along my path. I must admit that I rather enjoy the progress. However, it seems I am met with a new challenge at every turn. These challenges require knowledge. Slightly worrying. As a god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I must stop and think? Knowledge is obscured from me. All these eyes watching makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest. That which I can see exists. Ah, a bench. Brilliant. Something to rest my
Nice.
figurative head upon from all that
Now this
adventurous
time,
walking.
let's
I
not,
must be honest with
you know,
myself. As a god,
fuck
I feel
this
no
up.
real need to rest. I know why I made a bench. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe I should rest as an example to others. No, there are no others. Don't understand why I filled the place with pots, either. I don't have anything to store. Maybe I should make lemonade. I need to invent lemons first, a few other things too. Time to start a list of inventions. Lemons, a lemon press, sugar, the abstract sweetness.
The abstract
Legs, I want legs. Then I can have footsteps to accompany my walking. I find myself awfully ethereal currently, even for a god. Aha! There it is!
Oh, shit.
And I'm afraid not even you.
315, okay. Not bad, I guess. Now it's just this part that needs to be good. That, like, flanking part needs to be super good. Otherwise, it's a dead run and I won't be playing anymore today. Which is kind of surprising that I got my PB first run. This kind of tires me out kind of quick because it's... One, like, the loads take super long to, like, load.
Where did all this marble come from?
Secondly,
Because
it's just...
just
I mean, it's
here.
fun, yes, but,
I
like...
guess as God, I made it. I can't remember
Kind of
ever
like, I
making
burn
it like
out
this, though.
quickly because
Marble requires
it's
great heat,
kind of
pressure, and
longer
time
than
to form.
usual.
So how did I make it? Did I just pop it into existence? I guess
Because
I could
with
do
load
that.
times
Or
included,
did
it's
I have it
longer
in
than,
another
like,
universe cooking for
some
a
of my
million
portal
years?
runs
Both
twice
are
over.
reasonable. Maybe both. Changing it up. I need to work on my memory. Look at this! The world bends to my will. More evidence of my deity. The immense power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance. Fear my gaze, lest I move you around.
Lest I move you around.
What a polite door. Opening itself upon my approach. The right way to treat your god door. I shall give you great treasures for your compliance. This door.
Oh, come
what
on.
a conniving door. You can see its proud look as it attempts to
I was
thwart
even
me.
looking
Why
at
can't
it.
you be more like that other door? That other door had respect. I have bested you, door. Are you not moved? Rotate about me, bridge. Bow to my rotational power. I wonder if this is normal.
Okay.
Moving things with your mind. It must be. I am normal. That cannot be contested. Normal is the norm, and as the
God
only thing
damn.
that must be normal. I am mighty. I rather enjoy moving heavy marble with my mind. It would be a tough job to move this marble by hand, to be honest. What are hands? I can move bridges with my mind. I wonder if I could move them to laughter or tears. They seem to be quite emotionally dead. But with enough anthropomorphism, I'm sure they
Okay,
would
not
let me.
bad.
Thank you, bridges, for bringing things together. I wonder if these bridges deserve my thanks. If they're my creation, is to thank them to thank myself. Well, thank
Alright,
you
I kinda
for
need
my
this
excellence.
fling quick and fast.
This world seems counterintuitive. Not entirely sure what's going on. I seem to be playing a series
Nice.
of practical jokes on myself. Who constructs a world like this? A world that attempts to confound me at every turn. Why did I make such a world? Makes me feel smart, I guess. How gratuitously
Wow,
self-indulgent.
I actually got that. A 540? Holy shit. Wow. This is a good run. Portal speedrunning Discord is kind of wild right now. And anyway, good run. I kind of need to focus on it now because it's slightly good. Anyway. Chill. Anyway, so, okay, that's kind of cringe. I'm sorry.
Every room of this world seems to be carefully crafted for me. A hidden hand woven through the fabric of the universe. A fingerprint everywhere. A different hidden hand guiding my footsteps. The laws unfold. Their origins a mystery. But why a mystery? Gods should know all things. Gods are creators. I must have created this world. If not, why would the world have the appearance of craft? Perhaps as I speak, a subconscious part of me is busy making the next room. It is my world, after all. I must be working hard right now to build the next room, or perhaps my mind creates this appearance of order out of the noise. This world is clearly the product of a mind. It is full of inorganic patterns and purposeful architecture.
And then,
Could a
like,
series of
boom,
complex interactions create an agent possibly
kind of
making
like up
purposeful
here,
change
and
in
then
an
go
environment?
back down. Boom. There we
If
go.
were
That was
the
easy.
case, then it would make a compelling argument for a world without craft. Still a world optimized for some
So I'm
functional
guessing it'll be
use.
the other three that
Here's a question
aren't
for me.
attached.
If I was to study the corner of a board game, could I infer the rules of the game?
Alright, cool.
Perhaps if I use my godlike powers of intuition. How can you understand the world from a vertical slice? Sometimes empirical knowledge is required, surely. Not everything can be inductive or deductive. What good is it?
I get faster every time I do
I
that.
wish to teach, or perhaps just entertain, some space to think, or maybe just to do something productive. If the world is made for me, for what purpose? Is it
7:13. Nice. There we go.
a state change on observation? Things in this world can change. Apparently between only 2 states though, on and off. Hopefully not indicative of my state of mind. Binary, between 2 extremes, 2 poles if you will.
Shit.
But why does the world change between a few states? Changes only seem to occur in small degrees. Why? Why is the world quantized? It confuses me that there's a limited amount of states in this world. I think that there would be an infinite amount. Why would there need to be a limit unless there was a constraint? And why would there be a constraint? I sure hope it's due to incomprehensible macro-level relationships rather than the overwhelming simplicity of a system. That is a nightmare which I could not face. The implication would be clear. A wooden boy given...
Why am I fucking this up?
Continuous makes more sense than discrete.
Oh,
Sure,
what?
all ideas are continuous, but the mechanics discrete. Nonsense. Clearly nonsense.
I fucked up so much on this last part. I'm actually upset at myself.
Grand! So many doors!
I'm doing 4,
The
3,
path
2,
still
1.
appears to travel onwards behind a large gate, but there are forks in this path.
Four's the
An opportunity
closest,
to travel, see
so
the
it kinda,
universe, go along any path I desire.
shows itself off, what I'm trying to
This
say.
traveling though, I would like a traveling companion, someone to watch over me, help decide where to go, watch my back, keep me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god. Why can I be surprised? If I'm all-knowing, then I should know all. Perhaps there is a moment when knowledge is created. Sometimes when I ask these questions, I wish there was a
Nice, okay.
response. Wish there was someone out there listening to me, hearing these words. But how could they tell me even if they were listening? I've never heard their voice. If a voice came down from the sky to talk to me, I'd probably think I was crazy. But in case anyone's listening, I have a surplus of gold. If you'd like to pop by my universe, I could give you some. Friendship for gold, straight up trade. That's this done. I make a lot of mistakes and missteps. Can a god make mistakes? A mistake is something unintended. Am I an
Oh yeah, baby.
Perhaps I'm not a god.
We
at
are
all.
in cycle.
Oh no. Let's not be silly. Of course I'm god. What does a goddess do, though? Quite clearly, I'm busy doing all this god stuff. Walking about, thinking about stuff, solving problems, inventing problems to solve. Would she be my helper, or off doing her own thing? I'm a pretty big deal. If I had a goddess, I'd assume she'd want to be around me most of the time. But I feel like I'm too busy with all these challenges to possibly give her all of my attention. I mean, to be fair, it's likely to destroy her given my godlike intensity.
4,
Maybe I'd make her in my image.
6,
That would be amazing. 2 of
7.
me. Oh, we'd have so much in common. I'd quite like her to be lively.
and
First,
rotations.
be
That's
alive.
how much it
Being
takes.
alive is somewhat
Up to now, I
prerequisite
guess.
for being lively. Not created life yet. I see as through a glass dimly, not knowing as I should know. More light. Slight obsession with light here. It doesn't take a genius to see that I am a genius. Comparative statements are somewhat redundant when you're the lone wanderer of the universe. I think I'd like a goddess to share this with. We could walk around and talk about gold, perhaps waste away the time discussing how brilliant I am. She could bask in my intellect and compliment me on my immense wealth. Perhaps she'd look like me too. Obviously she couldn't be as handsome, that would be unthinkable. Could I create a goddess more majestic than myself? Could I create a rock that I couldn't lift? Well, apparently I can create doors I cannot open. If knowledge is in the mind, to be alone is to experience all of knowledge. All the substance of knowledge exists within mind. Therefore, to suppose another, whose mind was unknowable or transient, would suppose a world in which all-knowing was an impossibility. So it follows that being alone serves as a proof of my deity. In this way, it is a comfort to me that I am alone. Others would be a difficult problem, a stairway to heaven made of fool's gold. Being alone is important. If one does not hear both parts of a conversation, one cannot have a full idea of what is discussed. To be alone is to know the whole story. But still, this world seems to attempt to communicate something. The world is filled with part conversation. The writings on the walls themselves. Let there be yet more light. Being alone can serve as a comfort. If there's no one can hurt you. But perhaps that's a bleak outlook. There must be joy that comes from others. Praise, they can offer praise. As a god, praise is something I can relate to. Not enough praise at the moment. Worship wouldn't go amiss. But if there were others, they might attempt to belittle me, bring me down to improve their own relative status, accuse me of pride, narcissism, pretentiousness, or grandiose self-referential commentary. Nonsense. Pretension implies there is a lack of
about 33122.
I've thought long and hard about how brilliant I am. This world has rules, clearly. For one, I cannot walk through walls, which is disturbing. You'd think if I was a god, I could do what I wish.
Okay.
For the most part, I don't appear to be in control. Perhaps my subconscious is keeping the world in shape. Subconscious. A powerful part of mind. All along, unobserved. Subtle. I wonder what resides in this subconscious. Those thoughts that I'm not aware of. Not all of my decisions are wisely made under the full power of cognition. Some decisions are made outside of the conscious self. I seem to observe a lot of my actions with little or no control over them. I must still own these actions. How does compartmentalization square with consciousness? This subconscious, what's that doing? Keeping secret knowledge. Even as a god, the idea of trudging through my subconscious is somewhat...
Oh, it's sub 14, nice.
Some things, best not known.
Like, this is a 13.5x, I think.
The sad thing about being a god is the crushing loneliness.
Never mind, it's a 4x.
I don't really feel I have
So it's pretty good.
This wall, for instance.
Oh my god, a 1348? It's like 16 seconds faster. Holy shit, this is good. Ah, okay. Good run. It's just so nothing fucks it up.
What if it's all a joke?
Go.
This whole world. A grand joke of which I am the punchline. What if someone stands, looking on, grinning atop their high horse? An elevated perspective makes it easy to look down. What if someone distant and unknowable were forcing me to stumble around my world? Forcing me to overcome a series of mental obstacles, all for what? To demonstrate something? To teach something? What? Maybe I'm not a god. Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic irony. Do I make my movements? My steps? I've never thought about a step I've made. They just seem to occur. I'm thrown about this world. Do I control, or rather merely witness my movement? If it is the case that I'm merely witnessing my motion, then is this my body? Or am I an observer? Patience is a virtue I possess. A god has infinite patience. A small proof of my deity. If I get frustrated with waiting, what does that mean? I'm not a god? Suppress. Just a momentary lapse of reason. Existential crisis. Everyone has one. Don't worry about it. Suppress.
Cutscenes.
Light has curious
It's just
properties.
waiting.
It
It's
drives
not
out
really a
darkness.
cutscene.
Or
Still.
perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps light is the absence of darkness. I should find out. How much light do you need to fill a bucket? 4?
It's still 9 nonetheless.
Perhaps my lack of control is rational. I have two observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things. It can be pushed away by equal and opposite forces. It is constrained by the world. My mind creates thoughts that it speaks. What is my nature,
Okay.
though? Unitary, bipartite, or tripartite, or something other? How could I know? I have my words. Words are the product of a mind. Therefore, it follows that I think. I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum. I move, so I have a body. Maybe a spirit, too. Something intangible, a connection with a world I cannot know.
Good run.
Recurring theme here, back to the difference. What is it with all these observations I keep making? Observations about this and that. Always got something interesting to say, apparently. Communication, that's what I keep trying to do. These aren't just thoughts, they're words. But who am I talking to? This audible collection of my thoughts, what is its purpose? Why do thoughts have words? Do words allow understanding of thoughts? Perhaps without words, thoughts would be unchained things. Not everything is up for grabs. Parts of the world bend to my will, or perhaps are just tethered to me. In a world where I am the only agent of change, do I approach the end of the world, or does the end approach me?
Both. Okay, anyway. This could be second place. And nope, you're not getting me. Zoom around, but you'll never catch me. Nice. I'm kinda slow. That was kinda slow. This should be good enough to
I don't think I'd take it well if I
20
spent my life
frets.
controlled by another, though I'm not fully in control, clearly. My body is constrained to this world. But I happily resign to this lack of control, it's just the darker side of that. How'd you get over that nagging feeling that someone is watching over you, controlling your steps? Unwelcome. Are these words even my words? I could be anything. Maybe I'm just words on a
There we
page,
go.
a script on a screen, an actor, a voice, a character.
1831. So this is like a, at best, it's like a 2040, 2041. If I get everything correctly, it should be like an 1840, or not 1840, 2040. So that's kind of interesting.
This is it. The end of the path. The destination. But how can there be progress without a destination? A few seconds ago there was nothing. But now, here I am, surrounded by trees, ready to hear them fall. The path serves to direct my steps. Disturbing that my steps are being directed. That's an unwelcome thought. I am aware, but I don't feel in control. I feel a lack of control and a control beyond my own. I don't want to roll away this stone. That nagging thought again. Why am I continuing? Despite my
Alright,
desire
cool.
to the contrary. This is the progress I
Please.
desired. The destination I set out for at the beginning. The knowledge I grasped for. The end of the road. There's no way back, and knowledge feels dangerous now. The stone is rolled away, and in here I can see shadows dance on the walls. Projections.
Good
All
enough.
this time I felt a presence watching over me. I felt a control beyond my own. There's no way back. Why do you drive me forward like an animal?
Like an
Your
animal.
insatiable appetite for closure? No. No. Look away. Why should we go through here? There's no reason. Why must we travel through every door you wish? Elucidate me. What about me, my desires? Let's just wait here, forever. I've never been alone. You move my
Nice.
world.
This guy keeps
manipulate
pissing me off.
And all this time you have placed my every footstep. How can I trust you? You've been watching over me secretly.
Just wait until the eye goes through the grass, then everything should be
I
good.
want to go back. There's no other way but forward down. Apart from infinite stillness.
Through the grass.
Show yourself, please. Your
There we go.
silence is deafening. You say nothing. You sit silently above, playing God. You are the danger. You move my world. A leap.
I'd even jump down.
No. 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 Get off me. Get off me. I can feel you, distant person, controlling my every step.
And it is a
Watching. Malevolent,
2041.
malevolent, it makes no
Nice.
difference. You have no right. Get off.
Nice.
The door is closed. I can't go back.
Not bad.
Did you pay your price for your slave? You deserve to control.
It's a
it is
2042
your right.
from
It
my
is-
time because I
Go on, tell me, what was my price?
delayed time it.
Stand there in the distance. I can see it now. I cannot see you.
Yeah, I was right about it. It was like gonna be a 2041.
You guide my steps.
Not bad.
You
It's, I
order
think,
my steps.
20 seconds over.
It's a game. I'm not real. You've been watching me for all this time, since the beginning of the universe. But you didn't say anything. You sat.
Yeah, not bad.
Silently.
I'm gonna consider what I'm gonna do. So I don't know if I should continue streaming or just quit since I'm like super ahead. 2042.